When you've been entrusted with a vision, it's not just an idea, it's a seed, small, delicate, full of potential, but vulnerable in its early stages. And just like any seed planted in the ground, it requires protection. You wouldn't expose a freshly planted seed to harsh elements before it's had time to root. The same applies to your vision. Not everyone is equipped to handle it. Not everyone is prepared to nurture it. And certainly not everyone will see the value in it the way you do. You see, your vision was given to you, not them. That means its growth, its success, and its future are your responsibility. But here's the truth: people often judge what they don't understand. They may not see the purpose behind your work. They may not grasp the bigger picture, or worse, they may not believe in it at all. And if you're not careful, the words of others, the doubts, the misunderstandings, they can infiltrate your mind and shake your confidence. When you tell too many people about your vision too soon, you risk letting outside opinions distort what was once clear. What was once strong in your spirit can become weakened by the noise around you. Sometimes you can't even afford to have the people closest to you weigh in on what God is trying to do through you, because even they might not get it. It's not that they don't care about you, it's just that they aren't wired to see what you see. They haven't walked your journey, they don't carry your burdens, and they don't have your calling. There's a reason some things are meant to grow in the dark. Roots don't develop in the light for everyone to see. They grow deep in the soil where no one is watching, where they are shielded from the elements until they are strong enough to break through the surface. Your vision needs that same protection. It needs time to develop, to gain strength, and to form deep roots before it's exposed to the world. People can sometimes unknowingly or even intentionally derail your progress by planting seeds of doubt. They might project their own insecurities onto you, making you question whether your vision is valid. You might hear things like, "Are you sure that's going to work?" or "I don't think you're ready for that." And if you're not careful, you'll start questioning yourself, doubting the very thing you were once so certain about. But when you guard your vision, you create a sacred space around it. You keep it safe from premature exposure and unqualified opinions. It allows you to stay focused, to stay grounded in what you know to be true, even when others can't see it. Guarding your vision doesn't mean you're secretive or closed off. It means you are wise. It means you understand that some things need to be cultivated in private before they're displayed in public. There is a profound power in moving quietly. In a world where people are quick to make noise, to announce their every move, and seek validation for every small accomplishment, there's something uniquely powerful about the individual who operates with silent strength. When you don't need to broadcast your intentions or boast about your capabilities, it signifies a deep confidence within you. It shows that you are secure in who you are and what you are capable of without needing the applause or approval of others. Silent strength isn't weakness, it's mastery. It's the ability to stay grounded, to stay focused, and to keep your energy directed toward your goal rather than dissipating it through excessive talk. When you are quietly working towards something, you're not distracted by the need to prove anything to anyone. You're not sidetracked by unnecessary conversations or opinions. Instead, you're fully engaged in the process, giving your vision the attention and effort it requires without the interference of external voices. In silence, you find clarity. When you're not constantly explaining or justifying yourself to others, you create space to truly listen to your instincts, to your innocence, to your inner wisdom, and to the quiet guidance that comes when you are in tune with your purpose. You become more sensitive to the subtle shifts that occur along your journey. You begin to understand that not every step forward needs to be public, and not every success needs to be shouted from the rooftops. Sometimes it's the quiet achievers who make the most significant impact. They're the ones who rise without fanfare, who build without spectacle, and who accomplish great things while the world is busy watching someone else. They don't need the spotlight because they know that their work, when it's ready, will shine all on its own. Silent strength allows you to stay humble, to stay patient, and to let your results speak louder than any words ever could. There's a discipline in moving with silent strength. It requires you to trust in the timing of your life, to know that even though others might not see the work you're putting in, the seeds you're planting will eventually bear fruit. It teaches you that validation doesn't come from others acknowledging your journey, but from knowing within yourself that you are progressing, that you are on the right path, and that you are building something real and lasting. And with that discipline comes control over your narrative, control over your energy, and control over your momentum. When you operate silently, you choose when and how to reveal your progress. You dictate the pace of your journey without external pressures forcing you to act before you're ready. Silent strength allows you to move strategically, to make decisions without the burden of public scrutiny or the weight of others' expectations. It's the art of letting your work develop behind the scenes until it's undeniable. Moreover, silent strength protects you from the distractions of competition. When you are not focused on what others are doing or how others perceive you, you have the freedom to create without comparison. You're not in a race against anyone else because you understand that your only competitor is who you were yesterday. This type of strength frees you from the noise of the world, allowing you to stay true to your vision, your pace, and your purpose. One of the greatest threats to your progress isn't always the challenges you face or the obstacles in your path. It's often the sabotage that can come from those around you, and sometimes even from within yourself. When you share your plans too soon, you expose your vision to forces that may not have your best interests at heart. There are people who intentionally or unintentionally can plant seeds of doubt, discouragement, or negativity. These subtle yet damaging influences can derail your progress long before you've even had the chance to get started. Sabotage doesn't always come in the form of outright attacks or open opposition. Often it's much more subtle. It can look like well-meaning advice from someone who doesn't fully understand your vision. It can sound like concern from a loved one who, though they care about you, is speaking from their own fears and limitations. It can manifest as a peer trying to steer you in a direction that's convenient for them, but completely off course for you. And when you share your plans with too many people too early, you make yourself vulnerable to all of these outside voices, voices that can slowly erode the clarity and confidence you once had. Sometimes sabotage comes in the form of envy. Not everyone will celebrate your dreams, especially if they are struggling with unrealized dreams of their own. When people see your ambition, your drive, and the vision you carry, it can stir up feelings of inadequacy within them. And rather than deal with their own internal struggles, they may project negativity onto you. They may try to downplay your goals, mock your efforts, or spread doubt because your progress reminds them of where they've fallen short. That's why you have to be discerning about who you let in on your plans. Not everyone is equipped to handle your dreams, and not everyone should have a say in your journey. The more people you invite into your process, the more opportunities there are for distractions, jealousy, or even sabotage to creep in. Sometimes the very people you trust with your vision can unknowingly become obstacles to it, not because they want to harm you, but because they can't see the bigger picture the way you do. Even beyond external sabotage, there's the risk of self-sabotage. When you talk too much about what you're going to do, you can create an illusion of progress. You feel like you've already accomplished something just by sharing it, and that feeling can reduce the urgency to actually follow through. Speaking about your plans can trick your mind into thinking you're further along than you are, leading to procrastination, complacency, or a loss of momentum. You start to feel satisfied with the idea of success instead of being driven to put in the work required to achieve it. In the same vein, when you make your goals public, you open yourself up to premature expectations from others. People start asking for updates, checking in on your progress, and suddenly you feel pressured to meet their timelines instead of focusing on your own. This added pressure can lead to stress, second-guessing, and eventually abandoning your vision altogether. You find yourself making decisions based on external expectations rather than your own inner guidance, and that's where the true sabotage happens. Moreover, when your plans are out in the open, they're more susceptible to external interference. People can latch onto your ideas, twist them, or even try to take them for themselves. The more you share, the more you risk others inserting themselves into your process, offering unsolicited advice, or trying to shape your vision to fit their own agendas. Before you know it, what started as your dream has been diluted and distorted by too many outside influences. And then there are those who may actively work against you. Jealousy, competition, or simply a desire to see you fail can drive some people to sabotage your efforts directly. They might undermine your credibility, spread rumors, or put obstacles in your path, all while pretending to support you. The more you reveal about your plans, the more ammunition you give to those who may not wish you well. The key to avoiding sabotage, both from others and from yourself, is to keep your plans guarded until they are strong enough to withstand external pressures. When your vision is still in its early stages, it's delicate. It needs to be nurtured, developed, and protected from the harmful influences that can derail it before it has the chance to grow. By moving quietly and intentionally, you reduce the risk of outside forces, whether intentional or unintentional, causing harm to what you're building. In the pursuit of any great vision or goal, focus is your most valuable asset. It is the anchor that keeps you grounded amidst the storms of distractions, opinions, and challenges. Staying focused means locking your eyes on the destination while maintaining your commitment to the process. It requires you to ignore the noise and stay connected to the original intention that sparked your journey in the first place. Without focus, even the clearest vision can become blurry and fragmented, easily swayed by every wind of change or interruption. When you talk too much about what you're doing or plan to do, you open the door to distractions. The more you explain, the more feedback you invite, and the more opinions you have to sift through. People love to offer advice, to tell you what they think you should be doing or how you should be doing it. While some of that advice might be well-intentioned, it can also pull you off course. Every new suggestion can cause you to second-guess yourself, reconsider your approach, or even abandon your original idea altogether. Before you know it, you've spent more time discussing your plan than executing it. Focus demands discipline. It requires you to say no to the things that don't serve your vision and yes to the things that may not be exciting in the moment, but are necessary for long-term success. It's easy to get caught up in activities that feel productive, but aren't truly moving the needle. Social media updates, long meetings, and even casual conversations can become distractions that chip away at your time and energy. Staying focused means recognizing when these distractions are pulling you away from your work and having the strength to realign yourself with your purpose. Focus is about the long game. It's understanding that success is built over time through consistent effort, not through bursts of excitement or occasional spurts of productivity. When you lose focus, you lose momentum, and without momentum, progress becomes slow, sporadic, and frustrating. Staying focused is about maintaining the steady grind, the quiet diligence, and the persistence that eventually leads to breakthrough. When you allow yourself to get distracted by external validation, seeking praise for every small accomplishment, you risk losing sight of the bigger picture. If you're constantly looking for affirmation from others, you begin to shift your focus from doing the work to merely looking like you're doing the work. You become more concerned with appearances than with actual progress. And in that shift, your true purpose gets lost. You end up spending more time trying to impress others than fulfilling the vision that's been placed inside of you. Staying focused means trusting your process, even when it feels slow, even when it feels lonely, even when no one else seems to understand what you're doing. It's about having a tunnel vision so sharp that nothing can deter you from moving forward. The world is full of distractions, people with different agendas, opportunities that seem promising but lead nowhere, and tasks that drain your energy but add no value. Every time you let one of these distractions in, you lose a bit of the sharpness of your focus. One of the greatest challenges to staying focused is comparison. In today's world, where everyone's life seems to be on display, it's easy to look at what others are doing and start to question if you're on the right track. You see someone else making quick progress and you start to wonder if your path is the right one. But here's the truth: your journey is unique to you. What works for someone else may not be what's best for you. The moment you start looking at someone else's path, you take your eyes off your own. And the more time you spend focused on what others are doing, the further you drift from the steps you need to be taking. Focus isn't just about keeping your eyes on the goal. It's also about keeping your heart connected to the why behind your goal. There will be moments when the road feels long and the results are slow to come. In those times, distractions will seem even more appealing because they offer quick satisfaction, instant gratification. But if you stay connected to your purpose, to the reason you started in the first place, you'll find the strength to keep going, even when distractions tempt you to take the easy way out. Staying focused also means being selective with your time and energy. Not every opportunity is the right opportunity, and not every task is worth your attention. When you're focused, you become intentional about where you invest your resources. You learn to prioritize what truly matters and eliminate what doesn't. It's about learning the power of a selective yes and a strategic no. Every decision you make should either move you closer to your goal or maintain the momentum you've already built. And let's not forget that staying focused requires patience. In a culture that glorifies speed and immediate results, it can be difficult to stay committed to a process that takes time, but real progress, lasting success, and meaningful work are not achieved overnight. They require consistent effort over time without the constant need for validation or recognition. Focus teaches you to appreciate the process, to value each step forward, even when the destination seems far off. Finally, staying focused is about resilience. It's about having the grit to keep moving forward, even when distractions are at their loudest, even when setbacks occur, even when the temptation to quit is strong. Focus is the muscle that strengthens your determination, allowing you to push through the noise, the doubt, and the delays. It's what keeps you grounded in your purpose, no matter how challenging the journey becomes. In the pursuit of greatness, silence is often your greatest ally. When you guard your vision, you protect it from the misunderstandings, doubts, and negativity that could undermine its growth. Silent strength allows your actions to speak louder than words, keeping you focused on the work, not the opinions. Avoiding sabotage means protecting your goals from those who might unintentionally or intentionally derail them, while staying focused ensures you aren't distracted by outside noise or comparisons. Timing, discretion, and the discipline to hold back until the right moment can make all the difference between success and failure. By speaking less and doing more, you not only build in strength and strategy, but you also create space for your vision to flourish undisturbed. Ultimately, your results will speak for themselves, louder and clearer than any words ever could. Let your silence be the foundation upon which your success is built.